if my evilness is working correctly, it should actually be taking pictures of your desktop and pictures through your webcam every 2 minutes, and I have been watching you for about 2 days now. In coffee shops, at your mom's house, on a plane, you editing stuff. Oh my god, so this is literally every 2 minutes. My webcam. Yeah, through this guy. How badly could you have messed up my life? I could have made you homeless. I could have made you homeless and penniless. How would you make me homeless? I have control of your digital life in its entirety. I have all your credentials, I have all your access to all your financial information, all your work information, all your personal information. I can pay people with your bank account or your Amex account. I have you. I can fully and personally. The only thing I could doctor would be like your fingerprints.
This is like as bad as
it's ridiculous, yeah, it's bad.
So, except for the fingerprints of that person, the guy hacked into everything. So his complete life that is going to live, a digital life, is in the hands of the person the next sitting next to him. So this can be very, very dangerous if we think in the terms of the security. I know you people sitting over here. I know you people sitting over here. You don't even know that you have been compromised some or the other time in the past, or maybe just now. Because you people are not even aware what's going to happen when you're connected to the internet. Lots of, we have spams, codes, virus, malwares, everything is running, and one or the other moment you will be compromised and you won't even get to know. So, people holding phones over here, do you know, you may have been hacked, and the person on the other side of the world somewhere else is watching you through your front cam. So this is the level of security which we have reached now.
It turns out that Dan Tendler is very good at his job. I mean, he hacked the hell out of me. He got everything. I mean, frankly, I want to take my computer and throw it into the deepest part of the ocean, and I want to become a hermit, and I want to never touch a piece of technology again, because holy shit, that was everything. That was the keys to my entire life, and he pulled them out of his pocket. Passwords in my bank account safe, I could still be in danger of hacks. Because with factories, power plants, and other major infrastructure being controlled by networked computers, the world itself is hackable. I'm going to meet Marina Kernfield. She's studying hacking chemical plants. She's thinking about what happens if hacked.
So just to add a little point, the thing which is going to be demonstrated here is that everything is going to be connected to the internet. So you must have heard about the term Internet of Devices. So it is into the present scenario, everything is going to be connected to the internet everywhere. Every device is connected to the internet. So the internet is already infected. So it's not a big task to get those devices also infected. So let's continue.
Infrastructure. But this is the kind of hacking that could really ruin an entire country. Who should be most worried about chemical plant hacking?
Well, pretty much every plant, because big business means big money. So the hackers are always there where the money is. So it's a good target. So for example, the most common cause is extortion. A large number of extortion attacks has happened already, and critical infrastructure is vulnerable.
So let's just say like a nuclear power plant could have a big accident, and they think our machine just malfunctioned, our safeguards didn't work, but it's actually someone hacking.
Yes, but the worst case scenario, if it will be incompetent or unskillful attacker who doesn't understand what he's breaking in, and that they will do something with a large or extensive collateral damage. But probably most scariest is hacking the satellites, because now everything navigates with the GPS. So basically even the huge oil tankers in the sea, they're completely navigated automatically by the signals from the satellites. So by simply disrupting the satellite signals, can lose the entire tanker or the aircraft can collide.
And to me it seems obvious, this is how war will be conducted in the future. It's much easier than sending 1 million ground troops in, or buying drones to fly over an enemy state. We're sort of looking at the future of not just infrastructure, but global conflict. There's
just to add your point, So, like the lady told, for an example, if a nuclear plant gets compromised, because we have devices in the nuclear plant that are controlled by the computer system. So, in case those systems got compromised, hackers, if for example a novice hacker is there, he is breaking into that system and doesn't know what he is going to do, this can lead to a nuclear attack in some country. To give an example, I'll share with you example of Stuxnet virus. Have you heard about this thing earlier before? Stuxnet, have you ever heard about this? So it's also a 0-day attack. So it happened in somewhere like 2015. It was discovered. Originated when it was, nobody knows. Currently, this virus is all over the internet, spreading everywhere. Codes are suspected to be released by some person from the US or maybe Iran, because it's some nuclear and oil things issues going between those two countries. So for that purpose, this particular virus was created. So this virus was designed to make harm to all the devices that are present in the nuclear plant only. So if that virus is currently in your system, it won't be going to affect. Once it's going to find that it's in a particular system where, for example, we have a centrifuge machine inside a uranium plant or a nuclear plants, which are being controlled by a controller or a computing device. So if the code reaches that particular controller, it's going to increase it to such an extent or such a speed that it's going to blast, and finally it's going to result in a nuclear attack. So this is an example which shows the extent to which hackers have gone. So another example which the lady was discussing is the satellite hacking. So it is possible right now. Satellites are communicating at a frequency range which can be achieved through small devices which hackers can get and easily intercept the traffic, and they can send some false information which can result in colliding of aircrafts, airplanes. So this much is the level of danger, this much dangerous level can be achieved if this knowledge is in a wrong hand. So we must be aware about these things, and most importantly stay ourselves protected from these things. So one last thing which is going to show.
I'm almost numbed. People keep telling me, oh, this could get hacked, and that could get hacked, and this other thing could get hacked, chemical plants could get really hacked. And at some point, I gotta get out of bed in the morning, so I have to find a way to make myself feel a little bit better about all of this. So I'm meeting Morgan Marquivar, a cybersecurity consultant and the director of security at First Look Media, for some advice on locking down my digital life. Should I be feeling helpless, or can I help myself here?
Do you worry about trained martial artists beating you up on the street?
Not particularly.
But you're aware that they exist. You're also aware you probably couldn't do anything about it if one of them wanted to beat you up on the street.
Probably not.
Right? And I mean, you could actually possibly think about the danger that hacking poses to you right now in much the same terms. The first step is actually thinking sanely about digital security, which most people don't do. So for instance, how do we protect our physical integrity? Maybe we don't walk down the dodgy alley, right? People who haven't spent any time thinking about digital security don't actually know where the dodgy alleys of the internet are. Like, should I click that link? Maybe I shouldn't install the software.
And I thought I was pretty good. I thought I was
It's tough. But chances that a skilled black hat is displaying no reason whatsoever to attack you, it's actually reasonably small. It sort of begs the question why, right? You could hire security people to, look after your online life, but you probably don't need to do that.
We used to think of hackers as these sort of fringe characters, but now when so much of our lives are lived on these connected devices, they're power brokers. They can make or break us.
They stole your one power.
So there was a time when hackers were considered as the nerds, those geeky guys who are going to sit in front of computer 24 hours and they're going to hack into accounts. But now the scenario is changed. They are the Zords, the evil gods, whatever you can say. They can literally control your life. So need of the hour is to understand and be aware of all these things. I hope by now you must have been knowing, okay, these up to this much extent the things can go. So we should prepare ourselves for such an extent.